Drop Boom, let me be here. Welcome back to my anime reviews. Basically, every week I will try to watch or rewatch an anime and then review it for you guys. Like I've said before, anime like One Piece, Bleach, Fairy Tail, and such will probably not be reviewed as it would take way too long for me to watch the whole story. It would just take way too much time, and that's not happening. So let's get back to the main point. This anime was recommended to me by two friends of mine who are perverted as hell, but I won't be saying any names because that would make me a dick. But I'm 100% sure that at least one of those fuckers is watching. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you are fucked up. This week's anime is High School DXD. There's hentai. No direct sex, but it's still considered hentai in my books. You know, I watched this anime in English dub, and I don't plan on watching the sub, as I don't care. Let's get started. Like usual, I will only be explaining the most important parts of this anime, like the character, story, setting, relations, voice acting, animations, music, and the genre, and we always start with the genre here, hentai. Okay? It's not just hentai, a lot of ecchi, action, some school life, and romance, but a lot of hentai. Now for the setting. The setting is a basic Japan where there are demons and priests who fight each other. Priests hunt demons down because they think they are evil, and demons kill them because they'd rather live than be hunted down, obviously. I don't know any way to explain it other than that. One thing to note is that there are things in this world known as sacred gears. So whether they are abilities or weapons, some people are born with it and some people just obtain one and it just happens. They are extremely powerful abilities, some giving the ability to heal any injury, and some are able to double the damage that they deal every few seconds. There's a very important thing I should note. In the demon world, the most powerful demon families may have families and servants of their own based on pieces of chess. So the leader is the king, and the right-hand man is the queen, with the 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 bishops, and 8 pawns, meaning one person who wields these pieces is a king themselves, and they can have 15 slaves. Now for the characters, there are a good number of characters I should be explaining, but I'll only be explaining 3 because I'm lazy. First is Issei Hyodo. He's a hardcore pervert, like legit hardcore. Not much else to say about him though, so let's move on. Second is Rias Gremory. She is a demon who has extreme power. She doesn't mind being naked at all. I don't know what else to say. Lastly is Asia Argento. She is a priestess, pretty shy and shit. Man, I keep drawing blanks this week. I can't really think of ways to explain these characters. It's not working. Now for the story. Basically, Issei starts dating some random girl, and during their first or second date, at the end, she kills him, stating that she was a demon sent to kill him, and apparently destroy his exponential power that he has hiding inside of him, and leaves. And as he's dying, he's revived by Rias using all 8 of her pawns, and Issei has revived a demon who is now a slave of Rias, but not what it sounds like. He fights for her and does errands while trying to become a king himself so he can have a harem. And that's the plot. Yep. Now for the animations. These animations were actually kind of nice. They look smooth and colorful. I just couldn't find anything that made it stand out, honestly, but that isn't always a bad thing. Now for the voice actors. Meh. I liked some, and I disliked some. I mean, the main 3 were pretty alright, but a good amount of them I just could not care less about. They had unnoticeable or very unimportant voices that I just would forget easily. Now for the music. The music was pretty good. The opening was good, but the ending was meh. The background music was also meh, but some of it was okay. I mean, you know. Now for the rating part of these reviews. As a rating, I will split up into 5 different categories. The voice acting, animation, story, characters, and overall enjoyability. And we'll always start with voice acting here. 10 out of 20. I liked some, and I disliked some. The main 3 were okay, but the side characters were meh. Honestly, the problem here was that the voices weren't memorable. They fit the characters who they played, but I will never remember any of them other than Issei's. And if anything, I'll remember these voices as people who they played other characters. I will never think, oh, she played that one girl from High School DXD, unless I'm thinking of Issei because his voice was pretty good. Animations, 20 out of 20. These animations were smooth and colorful, very nice, even though there wasn't anything that stood out. I don't have a problem with that. These animations were good enough as it is, without something super memorable. Story, 10 out of 20. Honestly, this is the first season, so I don't know about the second season, but the story is pretty meh. The things pick up around the first half, but I found a lot of it something I just couldn't care for. The story and idea was great, but it's probably either much better in the second season or in the manga, as it's not super good here. Characters, 5 out of 20. I'm gonna tell you right now that these characters are hard to connect to. The only one I could really connect to is Issei, because I know how hard it is to try and be strong for someone when they need you the most, but every other time, these characters were just too hard to connect to and too away from reality. That's not always a bad thing, but when trying to connect to someone, they need to at least seem like the type of person that wouldn't, or they would exist in reality, personality-wise, but in this anime, they don't. There's no connection. Enjoyability, 3 out of 20. Before I explain my opinion, let me say something. This anime lets you know from the get-go that it's gonna be a very perverted and hentai-like anime, which I do like. I appreciate that, but it was executed and performed as a story anime, which ended up poorly. I did not have fun watching this anime for a lot of it until the ending. The last episode was good because Issei was everything he learned, or because Issei did everything he learned in a fight he had to win for who he wanted to protect. My biggest problem with this anime is that there's too many boobs. Too many. Never in my life have I ever thought that there would be too many boobs, but now I know. This anime is so hard to watch for the story, as the boobs distract you so much, and no, that is not me being a pervert, it's me being realistic, as there are way too many boob shots throughout this every single episode. It literally gets rid of any seriousness that might happen. Also, whenever I view an anime, I watch it on a big screen TV in my living room, so I can get the best experience. Problem is, I had to watch this anime on my laptop, without a big TV. Because if I did watch it on the big TV, and my parents walked downstairs, or my sisters walked downstairs and saw it on the TV, I would get questioned so much that I might have to run away and erase my existence so they wouldn't question me or ever find me ever again. It's that bad. Yeah. Overall score, 48 out of 100, 48%. A fail for this anime this week. It's just too hentai for a story anime. It tries too hard. There should be a link to watch it free, I think maybe on Funimation's YouTube, or Funimation's channel, or their website, as Crunchyroll actually does not have this one, I think, from what I remember. Thank you guys for watching. It's gotta be maybe out. See you guys next time.